I grew up on the street, Sesame Street that is. Big Bird and Oscar were a big part of why I loved the show. Caroll Spinney is the brilliant performer behind both Big Bird and Oscar. After 46 seasons of Sesame Street and at the age of 81, Caroll Spinney has been there since the beginning. There's a new documentary about Caroll's life and his journey to the most famous street in the world. I Am Big Bird. I had the privilege to not only talk with Caroll, but with Big Bird and Oscar too.
So in 1980, I'm 4 years old. My mom is at home with my newborn brother, and my dad takes me to see Sesame Street live in Louisville. And while we were there, the kids gathered around the stage, and I wanted to reach out and touch Big Bird. There's too many kids in front of me. So I felt so disappointed that day. But today, now I can't reach out and touch Big Bird, but I got the next best thing. Big Bird, Oscar, and Caroll Spinney, who it's been said you were a national treasure, and I truly believe that. He joins me now on the phone. Thank you for speaking with me today, Caroll.
Well, thank you, David.
How long was the process of making this documentary?
Well, they approached us about 5 years ago. They came up with the idea. We provided a great deal of archive stuff. I started taking movies when I was 20. I was stationed in Las Vegas. I bought myself a Bell & Howell 8mm camera. So that's how I started taking movies. And then Deb and I got together in early 70s. And by 78, along came videotape for civilians. So we got one of those. As soon as they got to be camcorders that you could carry around with a nice little battery, we started taking a lot of movies. Those are made great archival stuff for the story that the guys decided to put together.
Did you ever think you were going to do something with that footage?
No, I just thought we'd look at it someday.
When was the first time that you saw the film?
About a year ago.
And was there a particular moving moment in the film as you watched it? It brought back a lot of emotion?
Well, the fact that it's a great deal about both Deb and I. It's not just about me, because she has to put up with all the stuff I do. But she was also so part of the story.
Oh yeah, it's a love story.
Yeah, and but it's not. It's guys like it too, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't want guys to think, well, it's just I don't want to see a love chick movie, you know. It's Oscar the Grouch is in it.
It's also about a boy becoming a man, and you had a dream, and you accomplished that.
Yeah, it was puppets, and I really wanted to do something good with puppets for television. And, of course, the story leads me eventually to Jim Henson, who had the ultimate puppets as far as I was concerned.
Oh, definitely.
Because the Muppets are really just knew how to do TV.
Yes, he is a genius, and you say that in the film, but there is a collective genius from him, Frank, you, Jerry, you got. I mean, because he created Big Bird and Oscar, but you gave them the soul they have.
Right.
Let me give you my top 5 Big Bird moments. The Death of Mr. Hooper episode.
I think that's one of the best episodes we ever did.
Well, it won't be the same.
You're right, Big Bird. It'll never be the same around here without him.
Mm.
But you know something? We can all be very happy that we had a chance to be with him and to know him and to love him a lot when he was here.
Yeah.
Follow That Bird.
Yeah, that was a cute movie. I watched it again recently in 1984, and so I said, gee, that's not bad. So that's, it's 30 years ago.
We're never in a hurry, got no time to worry. We'll take it nice and easy, singing a song.
You know what I love about that movie is that Big Bird can go outside, where a lot of the Muppets, you don't see their feet. I think that was part of the magic of him.
Yeah, it's funny. Often if I did work on some specials, Jim would invite Big Bird to be part of it. He would often assign a choreographer. I'm not good at learning complex steps. I would always say to Jim, why do you always put me and Big Bird on a dance scene? He says, because you're the only Muppet with feet. Eventually there were other Muppets who were full-dress puppets. Big Bird is a puppet so big you have to get inside.
Christmas Eve on Sesame Street.
That was a great one.
And keep Christmas with you all through the year.
Family Christmas is another one.
My favorite one to work on definitely was Muppet Family Christmas, because it had both the Fraggles, or the Fraggle Rock, and the Sesame characters and the Muppet Show characters, all in the same wonderful hour.
We can all know everything without ever knowing why.
Big Bird in China.
China, hey? Wait till the gang hears about this.
Yes, she was the most fabulous child, and but it was difficult. The government apparently they really didn't want us to get together with her very much after the show. So we were told we'd see her at the airport when we had to fly away, and yet they kept us from seeing her until the last 2 minutes. It was an incredible scene. We were at an incredibly crowded loading area to get up ready to go on the plane, not an orderly thing. And suddenly they said, "Here she is." She was on the other side of the room, and there must have been 1,000 people in the room. So she was passed over hand to hand across all the heads of people until she got over to us. We were all crying because we just wanted to, we knew we had only a short few minutes to say goodbye. That was about 2 minutes. She said that she'd never been so loved, and so we didn't see her again for 37 years. That's in the movie.
I love you, Big Bird.
So there's been some remodeling on the street. They moved your nest. How do you like that?
It's beautiful what they've done. We've moved Oscar's trash cans.
What does Oscar think about that? Does he like the change?
No, he doesn't like any changes. That's me, Big Bird. He hates changes.
So what did they do with Mr. Hooper's drawing that you did?
Well, it's in the hallway in our house, and it's also in Big Bird's tree. The original drawing was there for many years. It was getting kind of beat up, so I said, how about if you photograph that and duplicate it? And so I took the main one home, and it hangs in our hallway. They made an exact copy of it, and it hangs in Big Bird's trees.
So, Oscar, you travel a lot with Caroll and Deb. Doesn't all that lovey-dovey stuff rub off on you?
Are you kidding? They drive me nuts. All it is, I like you, I love you, I love you. I can't live without you. I was here all the time. I can't get them to stop.
Well, I want to gush a little bit. I want to thank you, Caroll, for all the years of sunny days that you've brought kids around the world, but me in particular. Thank you for sharing your story. The movie is awesome. And as an adult, I respect you for accomplishing your dream.
Thank you.
I love Big Bird and Oscar, and I love
thank
you.
Thank you very much. You love, oh my gosh. I can't handle that.
Okay, one more question.
Yeah.
What are you guys planning for the sequel?
Well, wait a minute. I don't think he has time to tell you that, because you got to pick me up my trash can and walk me around the dump one more time, okay? I want to see if I'm missing some good trash. Oh, come on, Oscar. I want to talk to David a little bit longer.
Well, he looks pretty upset, Caroll. You better pick up the trash can.
Yeah, we got to get going. Have a rotten day.
When he says a rotten day, that means it's a perfect day as far as he's concerned.
What are you knucklehead bird?
Okay, see ya.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Caroll is a wonderful human being.
And a good grouch, too.
If you have ever looked inside of a metal trash can hoping to find a certain grouch, or turned on the TV to be greeted by an 8-foot yellow bird, or laughed and learned with the Muppets, this is the movie to see. I Am Big Bird is playing in select theaters around the country. It opens at Louisville's Village 8 Theater tomorrow, Friday, May 22nd. It is also available on iTunes and on demand.
I love the part where Oscar cut the interview short.
Obviously, Caroll had an impact on me, and I think he'll have an impact on you too. So I hope you enjoy the movie.